welcome to Jadekine Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the 10th episode of the New Divines Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. We have Eric as Stan, Bob as the Old Man, David as Terry, Ryan as Billy, Austin as Rolfur. Last time, they arrived in Nexon. The Old Man went and met his spy master, got his belongings, his bug-out bag from the life he had before, and went and bought a tavern, made it his, divine stronghold, and, took control of the entire area, 12-mile radius. Stan, Terry, Rolfur, Billy, and Alice learned a bit about town, went about healing people, learning about the few deities who have been sticking about the area thus far. Got involved in theater.
Yeah.
And arranged for a gathering to meet with Yertle, the war turtle.
Yeah.
Tortle.
Sorry.
Tortle.
And have just arranged to meet him at the the Sea Air Theater. And I believe we're headed there presently. Make a luck check. Somebody.
Sounds like something to do.
Sounds like something I don't do. No, I do.
Not me, because I'm not there.
16.
16? So as it is just packed when you arrive there. You're really at the point where they're starting to basically turn people away from the from the box office.
16 wasn't enough?
We didn't get there soon enough.
I can go ahead and approach the entrance with my friends and stuff, and I'd say it's like we're with the cast and crew. Just pass us through.
Make a deception check.
Yeah.
At disadvantage, because they would know the people that were there.
Okay.
Well said. Found Eric.
I get a 24.
He's right there.
Oh yeah. Yes. Can you? They kind of
Yeah, sure.
point down, and there's sort of a little side gate.
Go ahead and go that way.
Yeah. And it kind of goes along the side, outside towards the backstage.
As we are going down the back way, lost Bob. Found Bob. It's right there. So I'm going to ask, just like real quiet, like, you said you were here, but you're part of the cast and crew now?
I just put my finger to the lips.
I love that his deception was good enough that Terry believed him. Ugh. But yeah, so it's sort of a little area, just sort of nice landscaping and trees along one side, and kind of a wall.
Are they happy little trees?
You don't have to speak with plants, and you're not there.
This is John's territory, not Bob Ross's. John Boss, not Bob Ross.
Also, I go ahead and cast that magical aura on my major image in order to make my
Nistles?
Nistles magic aura to make it seem non-magical.
Okay. And so there's like, you're probably a 8-foot tall wall to your right as you're going down, which is basically the barrier, for the actual side of the amphitheater where the seating is. Otherwise, it is basically leading back towards behind the, to the backstage part.
Alright. Let's go on in.
So do you continue to go behind the stage?
Well, we just kind of want to slip our way into the place. So
Yeah, because seating is over an 8-foot tall wall to your side. Otherwise, this path just leads straight back behind stage. You would actually have to basically get on stage and come off of the stage if you went around that way. And theoretically, there's more people that way that know who should be.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and have my familiar scout ahead.
Yeah. What was your familiar? A monkey?
Yeah, monkey.
What's the plan here?
And is scout ahead up top or scout ahead
Backstage?
backstage? Yeah. Basically, yeah. Bustling with people all moving things. It kind of enters right over into a dressing area where the cast is currently doing, makeup and...
Okay, so got cast and people making makeup.
Yeah, probably around, like, literally once you go into the next area behind the curtain that's at the end of this passage, there's probably about 7 people in there.
Okay.
Can we, is there, a way to, look through, can we see through a crack in the wall or anything to look to the side and see the crowd?
There's not, a crack in the wall to do it. No, you basically have to get to the top of it. The monkey could also come back and look over that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just busy crowd of people packing in. No one necessarily watching the wall if you were careful about it.
Yeah, did we want to slip
How
over
many
the
of
wall?
us? There's 5 of us, right?
Yes.
I can't help feel like I'm a bad influence.
Yeah.
Well, I have 3. Oh, I can upcast. I just cast invisibility 5 times.
Don't you get more people if you upcast invisibility?
Yes.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
well-
you do. Yeah.
Well,
Is
yeah,
it one of your
I don't
at
even-
wills or something, or?
No, I just have invisibility. It's a 2nd level spell,
Okay,
and
you have slots.
I haven't spent any magic. So I offered fly spells earlier, but no one wanted those. So yeah, I just upcast some. I was gonna just misty step myself in, just cause. But yeah, no, I'll
But
just
you realized you didn't have a bike.
Yeah, you gain an additional
True.
target for every slot above 2nd.
Okay, well, I can just spend so 3 all 3 of my 2nd level slots, and then 1 of my 3rd level slots, and bam, we are all invisible, and we just waltz our way in, find seats.
Well, you'd have to do it in stages, I guess, where you're backstage, because you have to concentrate on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might want to cast it at the highest level and get the most people.
well, I've already used my program illusion. I have not used any 5th level slots, and I have 2 of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 people I can get with a 5th level slot. So I'll do a 5th level slot, and can
What, get the other 4 in, and then once they're in, just a 2nd level on yourself and hop into joint. Yep.
so
once they've
I just say send your monkey over the wall to give me a signal when everybody's seated.
Sure.
Or he can just, he can communicate with it, so the monkey can just stay with you, and he can have the monkey tell you when it's clear.
Yeah, I can telepathically communicate. So.
Cool. News to me.
5th
level
Everyone needs either athletics or acrobatics check.
I was clever.
You still have to get over the wall doing it this way.
22.
I help someone. Whoever looks like they're falling, I help them.
Rolfur?
Are we trying to sneak?
No, your
you're
athletics or
climbing
acrobatics.
over a
You're
wall.
climbing over a wall while invisible. And they don't look like they need help. You can't see them.
They're invisible because of you.
Well, I hold my hand out. Actually, with what is my strength? 10. I've got 10 strength. I mean, hold
You
my
can't
hand
see
out.
your hands out though. You're invisible too.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not invisible
Okay.
yet. I'm going
He'll be
last.
invisible last. Yeah, which
The
means you're
fat
gonna have
man
to
is
tumble
going
your
on his
fat
own.
body over the
I
wall.
know. That's my thought. I love it.
Why are we climbing the wall? I
Yeah.
don't think I caught that.
Because it's the easiest way in. Otherwise, we have to sneak past people.
Weren't
Which,
we-
I mean, if you
weren't
were
we
invisible, it
missing?
would be super hard to do. Oh,
It
wait,
would be
no,
possible,
it's the opposite of difficult.
If you want
This
to
is
invisible,
the way where there are not where you currently are, where you're not having to work around people.
because Adam said earlier that if we continue forward, we're going to get backstage and the only way to the crowd from backstage is off the actual stage.
Which
Which-
not impossible while
you can
invisible, but
walk off.
yeah. But for example, pushing through the curtain might.
Yeah, we'd be bumping into stuff and this
Yeah.
jumping over the
This
walls
is literally
just
going
easy.
to just a walkway where people are not presently on. You're just hopping down on the other end. Stan as well needs athletics or acrobatics. I never heard what Rolfur got.
I am bad at both those things.
Same.
You guys are terrible at breaking into places.
Unless you
And-
have some ability to levitate or etc.
If I put out a Terry's floating disc, will that help
Okay.
them?
They could probably jump off of it.
Would that be
Yeah,
get
they can get advantage if you put that up. Sure.
I'll put out a Terry's floating disc to give people advantage.
Okay, that helped me out. 21. I rolled a 19.
Well, we are invisible.
Mhm.
I get 18.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I
about
get a +3 to
40
athletics.
seconds, and your trousers are tugged by the monkey beside you.
Well, I helped the monkey back up and over just because it's nice to do, and
Alright.
it's a nice thing to do. And
The
then
monkey
I
can
kept,
just vanish and appear where he wants.
And
And then
he's got a climb speed too.
Yeah.
and oh wait, fly and invisible are both.
Concentration, yep. But you were going to Misty Step, right?
I can't see over the wall, can I?
No,
You can see the
but you can walk back out, and you can see
Can you
into
raise
the
this?
theater from
yeah.
outside.
Okay, fuck that. I cast invisibility, walk out, Misty step in.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've all made it in. You might, some of you with higher passive perceptions might notice, seating issues near the end. As the last people are trying to find it, but,
Where's
A little girl's crying. Just absolutely bawling her precious eyes out because,
she has more determined than
no, Alice is one of very
no,
few
there
children
is
that
a
is
little
here.
girl crying.
There are.
Oh.
This
Just
is not
a
a
little
heavy
bawling her eyes
children audience. This is adults.
What is where's Yertle? Can we see Yertle?
Yordle is
Yordle?
about as obvious as Billy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
the
feel like
other
we've
turtle in
noticed
the
him.
crowd.
So it's gonna be hard to find him. I don't know how obvious this will be.
He's got a turtle shell.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's sort of up front, just sort of stage right, kind of sitting like 2 rows back.
And hey, I watched those Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. All you need is a mask, and nobody notices the shell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Columbo
mask and
coat.
trench coat, no shell at all.
And I make
Yeah,
the
it's
assumption there's no way that I could sit next to him.
No, there's nowhere right next to him, but you can sit not too far behind enough where.
Alright.
What if I go up to the person next to him and banish them?
You're a dick.
I mean, that would also
They're coming
eliminate some of
back
the
after a
seating issues, or I guess no, because they would come back after like 10 minutes, and then they would just appear nearby, and
He
then
appears
they'd be one of the
nearby.
ones
I
with the
knew it.
seating
There's
issue.
unoccupied space. They're outside now.
He tried to sneak in with invisibility.
It's really packed in. Nearest unoccupied space is an empty spot on stage.
They get arrested. Their family goes hungry. Their orphans die. Good job, David.
Do you choose to banish somebody?
That escalated quickly.
You asked. I don't know.
You
I have not yet gathered whether I am running a game for the evil deities or the good ones. I don't know yet.
You have a mixed bag. Let me tell you that right now. You have a mixed bag.
Middle.
Also, you can upcast that for more targets.
Is it the people in front of us puts feet up Listen to this, guys. Come on, Yertle, stretch out a bit. All right, so we take some nosebleed seats, and
you're not
enjoy
that bad. You can get very good seats, but it's not. You're just not right next to him. But it's enough where you know where he's at to find him quickly during the intermission, which he mentioned at the very least having time to talk then. So,
Cool.
But otherwise, yeah, the play on the Battle of the Great City begins, and it definitely opens up to what looks like a royal stateroom. And the first thing you think is that the old man is up there because someone is in appearance, in face and makeup, looks very much like the way that you first met him.
Coincidence? I mean, you know what? That is a racist assumption. We are new to this country, and saying that all of his people look alike is just a terrible thing to think. So
I'll have you know my empire is incredibly diverse, mainly because I kept taking over other settlements.
Yeah. But
it's super diverse through conquest.
But yeah, well, the King Gazember I, and sort of goes through series of interactions here with need to basically the desire for the East Coast, with the trade routes and the outer territories that the islands beyond. It must be granted for the power and the beauty it would offer for all, and just trials and tribulations of different effects to win over favor, to win over territory, but sort of that opening quarter, first half of the play, ends at the point where they've resented to having to build up and go to war, and it sort of ends as a sort of from a lower, from the orchestra pit, sort of people just sort of sit up that look like almost like a troop of soldiers going as a backdrop goes, looking down a hill at sort of a city along a coast, just sort of as this army then marches up towards it, and the curtains drop in front. And lanterns are lit, and vendors start going quickly down the aisles during the intermission for people that need beverages, snacks, things that...
I'm gonna go to Yertle and give him a big hug and be like, Yertle, it's so good to see you again. I'm so glad you're doing well.
Oh, I'm so glad you made it. You managed to get a seat. I was noticing they were selling out.
Oh yeah, no, we got we're don't worry, we can take care of ourselves. We're important people. We know how things work.
I know how things work. But...
well, I'm sure you do. Much better than we do for this city. I mean, can't wait to. I hope that you'll have time to spend and teach me the ropes.
Oh, of course. And you came with a group of folks. You said there were.
Yeah, we've got. I don't know if you remember Rolfur. He was the other old elderly gentleman, and he's got a wicked memory, something else. But
just a wicked memory.
Yep. And then we've got. You remember the little girl? She's still hanging in. She's
alive.
Glad she's doing well.
And then we've got. I don't know if you're familiar with. It's more of a he's more of a folk legend on the other side of the sea, but Stan the Healing Man, he's with us, and then of course Billy Bonka. So yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. We're just kind of we just got in. We're trying to gather everybody together and see what we can do.
Good, full group there. Yes.
Well, no, not a full group. That's why we're here. We want to make a full group. We want to help. We want to help each other.
Yes, that's good. Now I have recently been making alliances with the government. I've spoken with the king earlier today, and I think I can grant an audience if we get your whole little compadre in. Perhaps early tomorrow afternoon we can you can meet at the palace, and I'll have things arranged for you.
Arranged?
For them to know you're coming, since they don't know you yet.
Oh yes, no. Billy is quite the showman, so yeah, I'll make like he's kind of pointing up. He's like, yeah, so he's over there, just like
He kind of waves from.
No. So yeah, no. I'll let them know. I'll let them know. What do you are you going straight home after this, or you want to get some drink?
I've had a place to stay. I love the little tavern.
Oh, do they have good drinks there? Do they get good food?
Yeah, it's decent. It's
Yeah, would you be up for some drinks after this?
Well, we'll see how we feel after the second act. I've seen this one 3 times. It's fantastic. The second act is.
Oh yeah, no, it's ramping up the drama. It's something else. I mean, whew. And to think it's based on it said it's on a true story. It's something else.
But yeah, Far Seeker is the tavern.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, we saw that one earlier. I think that there was a shouter out front up there. We passed it by earlier. Yeah.
I've not seen that, but maybe they're doing something new.
All right. Well, yeah. We'll watch for you after the show, and I mean, I'd really want us to get everybody off on the right foot, because this whole what we all have in store for the world is gonna be big.
I couldn't agree more. Now, do you get any snacks during the intermission?
Terry gives him the whole time that we've been talking, Terry's got like a bag of peanuts. Like he's eating them shell
because they are all overpriced.
Yeah, like Terry will drop 2 gold on snacks. And so he's got like a bag of peanuts and like a bunch of other stuff that's just junk food. He's snacking while talking to Yertle. And like he's not holding it close to himself, he's holding it like out, like as he's snacking, like he's got it like out as he's snacking, just in case Yertle wants some. He didn't offer it, he's just holding it.
Yeah.
But
he does not.
Yeah.
Like a weirdo.
Yeah, like a weirdo. And no, this is not a normal fucking guy. But yeah, so after that, give him another big hug and go back to his seat.
And yeah,
sits down. I think that went well, guys. I think that went well.
And then shortly thereafter, things, the lights start to dim a little bit, and people start really finding their way back to their seats.
Do the lights dim?
Yeah.
Does she let them dim?
She does. And the curtains rise to the curtains that rise up to just another red curtain behind it, which gets pulled up in strips. Just very streaks of red that go and sort of continue to blow in the wind, like the very top of the stage, as the entire second act is basically the actual battle and aftermath, as huge set pieces are pushed through during an area where it feels like basically army marching through the city, taking things over, and buildings are being pushed past an army marching in place as they go through, with trails of red fabric trailing behind it, just sort of in the wake, moving towards things until more extravagant things, to a final battle between 3 individuals in what looks like some sort of royal state house, claiming then at the end, when the king returns to the scene, to proclaim what glories are had for all, and sort of almost echo a speech to the city of how they now have leadership to be free. You're definitely feeling some political agenda is built within this. It's there's some propaganda that was put into the development of this play, but spot on.
The king just died. Jesus Christ, guys. Of course, there's some, pumping up of the old king.
Time for a biopic.
Pretty much.
But otherwise, yeah, lights come back on. The audience, the cast all comes out, and there's a bow as everyone stands and applauds. Well, a handful of people are just leaving to get out before
Well, jerks.
things
Not
get
sitting around for the credits.
I know.
There's an after credit scene.
I told Yertle that that I'm going to go and meet him back at his the tavern he's staying at for drinks. So I mean, do you guys want to come with?
Sure. I've heard good things about the Far Seeker.
Yeah, let's go.
New management. Yeah.
Probably a little late for me. I'll just go get a room at the same inn we planned on.
Sounds good, Alice.
So sort of walk with you back down to the actual, that front dock, but she'll make her way over there.
Alice, do you still have any money left? Like a few dozen gold?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Says the guy carrying 13 gold.
Yeah. She has more than you.
Yeah, why is she so rich?
Because she was given money.
Yeah. And my guess is that she hasn't spent any of the money that we've given her.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She's managing it well.
While I, on the other hand, have like 25 gold worth of wool.
She is still basically used to the life of not having money, so isn't accustomed to the going and spending it. She's like, oh yeah, I have this. Otherwise, first off, in whatever appearance you are in, the old man does notice his friends coming in, as he's probably on like a top balcony overlooking the tavern itself. He sees familiar faces entering shortly before the Tortle that he also recognizes comes in to meet them.
I have one of my servers buy a round of drinks for them and tell them it's from the old man.
So
awesome. So like we sit down and we're like looking at we're talking and the drinks come from the old man and then like
the first thing that happens, the server walks up with drinks and goes, from the old man, and walks off.
And then like Billy and Terry just like exchange glances like, hey.
Billy is not surprised.
That's what I said. Let him do his work.
All right then. The waitress as she's walking away, but like, will the old man be joining us?
Just keeps walking.
Thanks.
It's like, really? Never mind.
If he'll join us, he'll join us. If not, not.
So we so Tortle, the old man, like he knows that's one that's the I don't remember how he looked in the.
He looked like the king you just saw on the stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
He that's that guy that looked like a native from this place. If I don't know if you recall, but he he goes by like a bunch of different names and stuff, but the old man one seems to be a good one. He's always kind of in the background, I guess, doing his own thing. Does that sound about right, Billy?
I think he'll describe himself if he needs to.
All right. Well, in any case,
Adam, when the waitress lady comes back around, I tell him to have them bring out the special and a triple portion for the fat fellow.
The fat fuck.
I said fellow. I said fellow.
She asks if she should send any message of if old man will be joining them. They wanted to know. I just walked away.
I'm just like, no, that's perfect. 100% do that every time.
All right.
Yeah, so chatting up Yertle and be like, so he's not really present, and we really do want to kind of work together to help, like, just raise up to the our divinity.
So what have you been doing while here in town?
Well, I've been making connections. Like I was telling Terry, I've made a connection with the new king, and I should be able to get an audience as long as all of you make it.
Oh, does
make
he
it
worship
to the
you?
palace tomorrow.
Oh, does he worship you?
You'll have to see.
Oh, Terry. I mean, what?
What a
don't mind.
Oh, Terry!
It's that
Terry.
triple that I'm drinking now. Yep.
Oh, me.
I guess when Terry gets drunk, he speaks in the third person.
But yeah, you can meet him. I'll show up and we'll meet at the entrance to the palace tomorrow. I can't stay too long tonight because I'll have to wake up early to go get things arranged. I didn't know to set that up when I was with him today.
All right. Well, yeah, definitely. We're happy to help with whatever we can.
Insight check. $23.
He's eyeing Stan.
He's what?
He's eyeing Stan.
I ask Yertle, and it's like, what's the matter? Is one of our members done something to upset you?
He just looks delicious.
No one's upset. I honestly couldn't be more overjoyed.
Do you know him? Stan?
We met in the Cloud Place.
I visited him in his dreams.
Oh.
He's done that too.
Yeah.
I think you came once as well, pointing to Rolfur.
Yes.
I'm just sending good vibes everywhere I go. Terry's good vibes.
And yes, we should be able to work quite well together. Sort of around the time the food is arriving, he's bending his but must get rest so I can get things arranged with the king tomorrow.
Okay.
And just looking at, basically just at Billy at this point, and I look forward to seeing all of you when you arrive tomorrow. He kind of continues to take the other half of his drink as he walks up the stairs.
Okay.
And yeah, food is brought, triple portion set before Terry. From the old man.
God knows what he's doing. This is great. I've eaten nothing but confections all day. And that fried food. That fried food never stays.
Yeah, hearty meal.
After Yertle leaves, I walk down the stairs and join them.
In what appearance?
What?
In what appearance?
Oh, I sit down. I look like what's the little girl's name?
Alice.
Alice?
Alice. Yeah, I sit down as Alice.
What's up, Alice? I thought you went home.
That's...
I look down and go, oh no, I messed up, and I turn and ran off, and I come back as me.
That's weird, man. Just saying, masquerading as young children.
Terry looks at the food. Is this poisoned?
No,
No,
if I was
he
gonna
wouldn't.
kill you, I'd just kill you.
Well, yeah, what would the point of him doing
Oh.
that be?
No.
Like,
Like,
bashed
not,
your head in several
kill him,
times.
like, I think that he would just, like, I don't know.
I reach
make
Make
over
me
and
sick
take
to
a
my
spoon
stomach.
out of one of his dishes and eat it, and I put it back.
Like, that proves nothing.
I just point at my head. I'm like, "You're smart." So, how do you guys like my inn?
Oh, very good.
Nice.
And,
So,
according to Rolfur, this is where the 3 that are in town are staying. and
Yeah.
he just went up to bed, so it seems to be totally accurate.
Yeah. What was
Seems like it's
what was he
urine.
saying?
What's that?
What was he talking about? What you guys gonna do?
Yeah, I'm trying to meet the
What'd
king.
you guys do today?
Well, apparently we'll be meeting the king tomorrow, or at least that's what Yertle has set up.
Oh, by the way, I'm wearing like a bunch of rings. I'm carrying a cane with me now. I have this really pretty cape on.
I think
Well,
most of it you can alter the appearance of, though, right?
Apparently,
He altered
just
it.
didn't like that question.
Never mind. Maybe I misremembered.
Little looking a bit like an adventurer.
Well, you're, I mean, this doesn't surprise Terry at all.
So what'd you guys do today?
Yeah, I'll discuss what I did. And
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same. With the healing people, all that jazz.
what was it? What was it that you wanted to tell the old man Terry? There was a bit of information that you wanted to pass along to him. I thought.
I've had a few drinks.
Oh, okay. But yeah, go
I
ahead.
snag a passing waitress and tell him to bring one of every dessert.
Oh,
I'm like, just so you know, this is I bought this place, so if you have any notes for the cooks, feel free. You can go in there and fuck up that kitchen if you want.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely have a taste testing and try to think up some different ways that we can give things a bit of a unique flavor.
Rolfur,
Yes.
you notice Nim sneak in from the front entrance and go right up the stairs at some point.
Which one was Nim?
Death God.
Yeah, death.
Do I not have perception? I don't have perception.
Yeah, Nim is the Death God.
Is she just being normal sneaky, or is she specifically trying to avoid us?
They're just being normally sneaky. They are just skulking in and basically trying to avoid the whole crowd as they.
But she's one of the ones that we know is
They.
like hot. Yeah, Nim is one of the ones that we know is hostile.
Well, I wait to see which room she goes into.
Can you tell us that she showed up, or just
I
keep
don't
herself?
mention anything yet.
Yeah.
yeah.
Once I see where she's gone, then I'll do something.
Yeah, we're. This is where we're staying. We're gonna go and meet with the king tomorrow. We've got. I mean, if you're flush, then I mean, could you like, you need a high quality cook?
Yeah, sure. I give David 10 platinum, and I gave him another 10. Said, buy whatever you need. Go in there and change the menu. Have fun.
At a certain point, while you're probably around that in their conversation, Ilga will actually come down the stairs from upstairs, kind of looking around. Rolfur would be the one to notice that.
Who's Ilga again?
Ilga is the
Knowledge
orc.
God. Yeah, big muscly orc
I
lady.
grab her attention and invite her over.
She comes and sits down. Hello. Yertle said
Hi.
you'd arrived.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, so
and once I've seen where Nim goes, I quietly ask one of the wait staff to send her a message to invite her down to us. She's obviously somebody who values her privacy, so I'll keep it subtle. To extend the lady in that room an invitation to join us.
As they kind of point towards Ilga.
No, they're talking about Nim.
Oh, them.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rolfur's talking about Nim. Yeah.
I didn't think. Okay.
Not asking Inga to do it, I'm asking like the wait staff.
Yeah.
The confusion is caused by telling him the lady in that room, and there is one lady that is staying in that room.
Yeah, Nim doesn't count.
Nim is non-gendered.
Oh.
The thing.
I thought it was that person.
Yeah.
The person.
And their appearance is easy to assume either gender. You could absolutely, and because they are elf, maybe you as a person assumes female when you see. But yeah, they are in that point where they're in that point where you just don't quite peg what they are. But your character might make an assumption that is perfectly reasonable.
Well, I mean, if they liked it, then might pick them.
I'll roll place to send.
I mean,
message.
if depending upon what he's into, even if they didn't.
Should we roll luck checks for them?
All right.
No, thank you. But Nim does not
require detailed descriptions of the pegging.
No, we do not.
It'd just be funny watching Adam trying to do it.
No.
Just over there squirming.
Yeah. I mean, unless you guys like stop Drunk Terry's just gonna like chat up with.
But yeah, let's talk to Ilga.
Yeah. Ilga has been working on a library in the town.
I can get behind that.
Gotten behind one that was a little
libraries
mal updated and been doing what sounds so much like the kind of work Rolfur's been.
we totally complain about the same stuff. Can you believe they didn't even have a proper sorting system? I know.
Doing it in a decimal system.
Who doesn't sort their books?
It was by the order they've been returned.
I'm just saying, the previous king who paid for that library didn't really worry about that.
Didn't get the best staff.
Hey, he paid for a library. That's not just because, sometimes he throws money at problems and expects other people to take care of it properly. I don't think it's his fault.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so,
we talked with Yertle. Apparently, he's actually interacted with some people in political positions. Have you just been sticking to the library?
Hitting the books.
Sounds good.
He has goals.
Yertle does? What's Nim been doing?
Staying here at night.
And I've heard that Sora only approaches every now and again and is somewhere out in the natural world.
Yeah, she's comes through as she goes to different areas. She's been putting up camp in various places.
Something about this sorely just makes me hungry.
What?
Nothing.
Who wants to eat her?
Muffin button?
I mean, she's capable of growing. Great.
Wait, she grows food. She has a garden?
Oh.
Yeah, she's brought some things.
I want to see.
I might actually. And she kind of gets up and just sort of puts up a finger as she walks back up the stairs. Goes.
Did I scare her off? I think I scared her off.
She'll come back about 4 minutes later. It's a pouch. She grew these as she plucks out like a grouping of mushrooms.
Ooh.
They're good.
Yeah. So the cook will definitely talk up mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess with your free reign, after some discussion, after your free reign to the kitchen, you can go back and sort of lightly cook them. They are, in and of themselves, very buttery.
Woohoo! That's exciting. Yeah, just cook them right up and enjoy that. Also, let's see. Do I have that?
Yeah, I'll see what I can whip up in the dessert section.
I instruct my people to write down what they're doing and the recipes so they can copy them.
All right. Is anybody in the kitchen able to cast prestidigitation?
Me.
Anybody in the kitchen?
I'm there.
He came into the kitchen to work on desserts, so.
No.
But no one that naturally works in the kitchen, no.
I was going to teach them how to make pancakes.
I'm just saying, it's incredibly expensive to hire a wizard as a cook.
It's always worth a try.
But yeah, I can cast Prestidigitation and Shape Water and Mage Hand and Ray of Frost and Guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll kind of make her pleasant talk. She'll let you know where the library is if you want to visit.
Sure.
Keep things calm if you come in, please.
Okay.
Otherwise, friendly and she'll eventually make her way up. I hope things progress well.
Yeah.
They got. After she leaves, look over at John, and be like, they got rickshaws here.
Do they? I'm not sure.
Have what?
Do they
Rickshaws?
have rickshaws?
Rickshaws?
It's a person. It's basically a cart for people, where someone runs or rides a bicycle to pull a.
Yeah. It's like a carriage,
let's say
but
the
person driven.
person home. It's a person-powered buggy.
Basically.
No.
It's like a tram for adults.
No, they do not.
Oh, shame.
What, do you need to sober up?
Well, just thinking it would have been nice. Nice to have a nice relaxing.
It's about a minute and a half walk.
If you can't handle that waddle.
Oh, I
To be fair, I did stuff him.
I said waddle.
Work it off.
Maybe it's downhill. He can roll home.
Gotta look the part in the play.
Yeah, that's
So,
rickshaw.
did you guys actually tell John that the plan is to go see the king tomorrow?
Yeah, I told
One
John.
of the first things that we said.
Yeah, that was what Yertle's plan is now.
If that was the first thing that they say, I write down a quick coded message and hand it off to the waitress with instructions to get it to my lieutenant. Which is not.
I mean,
what
your
said.
lieutenant is functionally just one of the staff there.
Yeah, I know. Can
Yeah.
you go give this to?
Yeah.
Can I say the guy's name?
Yeah.
And it's basically saying that that was going to happen. That Yertle was going to go for a conference tomorrow.
Mhm.
So to pass it off to the spy master, and that I would be attending.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
for his information, it's
Alright.
always best to look informed.
Did you let us know that you're going to attend?
I mean, yeah, eventually.
Like
Today?
eventually that night?
Yeah, eventually I'll let you know that I'll go with you.
Okay.
But that I would not be in this guise. I would be in another. I would go as the old man.
Okay. Okay, well, we recognize the old man, so that's fine.
Yeah, just pick me up here when you guys are going.
Okay. I asked John what are his thoughts on the other 3 divines that we have here in town.
I'm concerned about my country getting thrown into war. I mean, this is my, hometown, as it were.
Yeah, because we'll
I
definitely
was-
have to deal with Gawain and Jack at some point.
Like, that play made it seem like your hometown has a lot to do with war already.
It gets hyped up a lot, but the last...
He
and I
hasn't
go into
seen
it
the play.
Yeah, I know, but I know what happened.
Yeah.
Like, it gets hyped up. Like, what happened gets hyped up, and I explain from, like, the what I said point of view of what happened.
Mhm.
Like, without the, this is how the empire was built. It's like, okay,
that
so,
ending speech was exactly the kind of way that you had framed it to make it seem like a nice thing. Because obviously, marching in and taking over a territory, you would have worked to negotiate
did
for
that-
peace with the people that you'd taken over. So,
I only
Literally
did that
the other
once,
areas.
and that was because there was 2 countries fighting it. They were going to come and attack me. So whilst they were fighting, I came and took over both countries with less loss of life on both. But yeah, I
Yeah.
explain it in, like...
freedom, less loss of. See, it's so beneficial for.
It still sounds like
Yeah,
a lot
I
of...
explain it. one, like, those two countries got taken over at once, and the other one
Well,
came into it through marriage.
But like, what's
so
the war
there wasn't a
that
lot
you're
of
talking
combat.
about now? Like, what's this new
What?
war?
It's what Yertle's been working on. We've already been given information that they are planning on expansion.
And I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing if they just accept that we are they accept our religion as the dominant thing. There's nothing inherently wrong with a large country.
War is always a risk. They need to spend more time using their forces to infiltrate before they commit to a battle.
Yeah, as far as like how
concerned that Yertle will try to push them into earlier combat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're dealing with somebody on the high-level administration side that might be making poor administrative decisions.
Cat butt.
Cat butt.
Kitty butt. Kitty butt.
You love that butthole.
No.
Eric loves it so much he left. Found him. Well, yeah. Well, Terry's gonna take it at face value and start waddling home.
Unless you try to contact Alice to find out what room she has, it would be a gold to get a room.
I'm not gonna try to take her. Like, no.
I
do.
Why?
I do ask the person if Alice had come in.
I asked John if he wants us to stay at his place or not.
I just need to know.
A lot of available rooms, or are they all being rented? Because mine
You
are
have
expensive.
one room that is technically not used, assuming that you're using the one that Eric was using previously.
Okay, like I have a room available.
It's like, okay.
How much do my rooms go for?
And they certainly would stay empty, plenty of nights from people that can't afford it, but you do occasionally end up with people that decide to rent it out. Well, actually, you probably wouldn't know this, because Eric would not have gone over that detail before. But if you ask that, generally ranging, that one would probably be about 8 gold per night.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Only the best for Eric Rathrada.
And it's its own little, really 2-room section with a private bath. It's the same that all 3 of the
I'm like,
suites are. So that's also what you would have for your own room there.
yeah, I mean, like, if Billy wants the room, he can have it.
Okay. Yeah.
Billy has spent enough time housing you that...
Yeah.
Yeah, has Alice come home yet?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Like, he saw assaulted. Probably didn't.
You didn't actually get rooms together. You didn't actually check. You basically checked
you're
it
right.
out, made sure there was going to be availability, and left. So they wouldn't have.
28.
They'll trust you and say yeah. She.
All right, I'll say that I'm like a
Creepy
like
uncle.
second uncle. But yeah, so she's coming already.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, go and pay my gold and
Get your
take a room.
Yep.
Cool.
Sure, you're your way.
If everyone's settling for the night, I go up to the hospital to go heal some more. And I'll be back in the morning.
I mean, when you arrive there, there's no one new that's showed up yet. At this point, it's
It's not that quick of a filler. What about the other place?
there's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
about 2 people that have showed up in the short term one. It was nearby.
Alright. That's like a few hours. Alright. Yeah, just prophetize the rest of the night.
There are various points through the evening when a few different shows that are occurring let out, and groups sort of filter through the streets on their way home and back through to the inn district for a lot of them heading home. And there's a point later where lots of the crew from the different shows are sort of leaving late into the night, and they have the broad road is well lit. They're at the far, unless it's the western end of the sort of the dock tavern area is at a certain point in the evening where it just kind of glows a little bit red, and there's some level of activity over there.
Cure your STDs here. Cure your STDs.
You have no idea. But otherwise, not a lot of people around to try and really preach the good news to.
Alright. Anything else going on at night that could spark interest at all? Like any other places? Like,
I mean, a couple of the taverns do, of course, stay open all night, but it's very slow crowds. Probably at some point in the middle of the night, a ship will arrive, and a group of people will dock and secure things, check in, and then basically return back to their ship, where they're gonna stay until time to unload things in the morning. If it's something that's happening out in the bay, or
oh yeah, dude, just another major for the first night. Meet him in the morning.
Did Rolfur stay with Billy?
Billy Bonka, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
During the night, I summon a ghost.
Okay. Have anyone particular that you know of, or?
Nobody specific, just somebody who's died like the most recently I can.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how this works and whether or not how much of a torture the river is for regular folks.
Summon one of your scald friends, I guess.
They just scream.
Yeah, I mean, it was as much of a torture as it was for you until you were pulled out of it.
So pretty bad.
Yeah.
Sucks pretty hard. That's bad. I'm trying to fix it, man. I promise.
This is peace.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can just hang around if you like. I mean, I might have to eventually put you back and bring somebody else out. So far, I can only do this to one person. But I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna try and get a ghost army.
I'm working on it.
I'm trying to pull you out.
Well, time to go back. Gotta give someone else time.
But yeah,
Have to work like a work release program.
Yeah, they can sneak about invisibly. They can.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Being able to go through walls and sneaking about.
You check in on John in his own tavern.
Cat turned off my microphone.
Otherwise, unless anyone says anything,
Oh yeah, ghosts are wicked with some powers.
Yeah. But otherwise, as long as you summon one that was agreeable to you, yeah, they'll basically follow you as you need to help. Grateful to be out of that torment.
Well, I have whatever. I have. In order to make him go back, do I have to do anything, or do I just have to like will it to be so?
Yeah. When you're ready, they're just gone.
Well, shoot. I'm looking at a stat block. Ghosts can possess bodies.
Yeah.
Does he want a night on the town? I'm not using mine currently.
I mean, yeah, they will.
Can I borrow some money from Billy?
Sure. How much do you need?
I don't know,
I really wish.
like 10
Is he
gold?
looking at-
It can't be crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well.
There you go. 10 gold.
How did you do a Bing search? Like,
Yeah.
what?
And otherwise, yeah, let him take over my body and
Enjoy
Dragon
food and
looks
drink
like-
and things that they've just been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live a pretty meager lifestyle, so I could eat some extra and drink some extra this night.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I'm just thinking. I'm just like, I guess there's nothing wrong with doing that. That's awkward, but yeah.
Yeah, it's super weird, but I mean, I've got a brain. I can just sit in my head going through the day's memories, cataloging them, checking them, looking for things I missed.
Is there a
I
chance
have-
I see
I
you
have-
around town?
I have the memory to be able to do that.
Yeah, you do.
Like, could I stumble across his possessed
Yeah,
body?
you might eventually see Rolfur going about midnight.
I say
goes
roll
to
for,
the
you know,
red light
call him. He
district.
doesn't respond to his own name.
I know.
No, you don't. Stop it. There's no need to climb on the key.
I'll ask him in the morning what happened.
Yeah.
He just walked away.
Otherwise, yeah, morning will arrive, and your plans for the palace were early afternoon, I believe.
Okay. And I'll spend my day going back to Bob's Tavern and reorganizing their kitchen and menus.
If we,
If anybody wants me for anything, or
yeah,
wants help with
we'll do
something,
that
or
another
just
time.
wants magical assistance, let me know.
Yeah,
I
just
just
go
asked
roll
what
for.
happened.
If we get a free day, then we'll go and talk to those people at the theater about setting up a god play.
But
I guess I can work on desserts then.
Hey Bob,
Yep.
do you want to pay me for a magical item?
I just gave you 200 gold. What
Yeah,
magic
but,
item
like-
do I...
I don't know. Do you want something? You're the only one that could probably pay for one.
oh, he has supply and demand. If you want
Well,
to
I
get a
don't need
magical
it.
item,
I don't need any.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, I can also
I am-
just make a magical item.
I am bedecked with magic.
Okay.
I asked. Yeah, I'll ask John if he wants me to make the magical auras on his stuff, whatever else. At least for 24 hours. I'd have to recast it every day. It's not permanent.
I don't need that either.
Okay. It's just if you ever get hit by detect magic, I can make you seem completely non-magical.
I mean, I already can.
Then don't mind me.
so she was like, "Wasn't that one of the things you added in or something?"
Yeah, it's one of the things that I specifically added to my magical item.
Yeah.
So unless something else comes up, Terry's just gonna be working the kitchen.
Yep.
Yes.
I had to talk about before Nelson find out about his little ghost possession.
Yeah, in the morning, I give the ghost a promise that I will fix this as soon as possible.
Mhm.
And I dismiss him back to the thing, and then I start taking a rest. Yeah, I got a ghost out. Yeah, it sucks for everybody, including mortals, to be in the river. So we really should be fixing that.
Yeah.
I mean, once we figure out a way to get back there and do something there, like, I tried.
Yes, but yes, I have confirmed that doesn't suck. Facts suck. Not just for us, but yes, for mortals too. Because I was kind of hoping that the mortals, being not gods, would just be unconscious there.
Nope. You were mortals when you were there. You were gods after you got those orbs, which was after you were left.
Yeah. Sucks pretty bad.
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of this atheist afterlife.
Nope.
Yeah, Terry's gonna keep his ear to the ground too about any kind of adventures that might be afoot. We turned down a dragon, but if there was like something like that around these parts, I think it might be a different story.
Yeah, if it was defending his own city from a dragon.
Like Terry's got the itch. Like when he was young, he went adventuring for like a year or two. But like it's just such a hard life. But now, like, doesn't matter. He's in the best shape he's ever been in.
Round is still the best shape, yeah.
It's the optimum shape.
He has enough mass that he just collects in on himself.
Yep. You developed a candy that could make people round.
Yeah. Do you want to be rounder?
And blue.
Roundest.
Bye.
I'm not going to explain any additional side effects.
So what is John doing? Just overlooking his...
Checking any messages I got back from Spy Network, and getting my lieutenant to start organizing people for proselytizing, and figuring out what funds he needs to spread my faith.
Ooh, I set up a rotating menu.
I assume the funds that the profits that this inn makes, I can put into specifically going out to get more followers.
You may be able to. That'll take a little more effort to try and work
I
out.
can fund missionaries.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I guess with what your religion is, it's obviously a little more indirect with how you...
Yeah, so people have to go into...
They have to go in somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
to go into the inn and find that we're actually crossing to.
Yeah. So, definitely a complex system with it, but yeah, you can start working on something. Alice had been invited here, so eventually she comes in and she's like, sticking her head in the tavern, just kind of.
If I see her, I'll say hi.
Yeah.
Wondering where you guys had gotten off to.
Do you want anything? You hungry?
All right.
No, I already stopped and got something.
Okay.
Alright.
I've got this lamb that's been cooking since about 6 o'clock this morning. It's gonna be slow. It's roasted. It's gonna be succulent.
Yeah,
Well,
and we're gonna charge 15 gold a thing for it because we have a name brand chef, and it's a specialty item now.
So should I
Just
take
gonna
it
start
off the
promoting you.
Well, I assume that when he was cooking, all the people who are
Yeah,
in
no,
there,
he's
they're
absolutely making sure to teach the cooks out there how to.
They're modifying the menu for today and being like celebrity chef and god of cooking.
Cooking. Yeah, no, you know what? I'll take that. We'll make it a challenge. We'll make it a challenge game if they want. Like we'll say around the lunch rush, we'll have
lunch rush. You're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was early afternoon.
Yeah, we'll be gone. We'll be traveling.
All right.
This idiot is trying to climb into a bag.
It happens. So yeah, we'll do that another. We might do that another day. If we're here for a while, we might do that later.
Mm-hmm. But otherwise, anyone else doing anything before your royal meeting?
I get into costume, as it were.
And what is your costume?
I go as the old man.
I put on my
Cloak
nice
and-
cloak, bent, wizened with my walking stick.
Which you have your proper walking stick now.
Yes, now that I have my proper walking stick. Don't bite it. You don't bite the computer, you dingy berry.
Alright.
What did I just say? I swear to God.
So, yeah, it's...
On the way out, I'll spend the money that I got from Bob last night to buy myself a 100 gold pearl.
That's true. I did pay you to revamp the menu.
Yeah. Well, that money went towards the menu. You also gave me a platinum, or 10 platinum, which
Yeah,
turned
I know.
into...
I gave you 10. I gave
Yep.
you 10 platinum
Pretty
to
cool.
work on the
Yep.
menu, and 10 platinum for you. As a here's your
Yeah.
payment for helping us revamp the menu.
And that went directly into I can cast Identify now.
Oh. Yeah, I
Do
didn't
you
get
have
it.
an owl feather?
I do have an owl feather.
Yeah,
Because sometimes there can be a bit of a quest trying to find a freaking owl feather.
Well, you wouldn't need one if you had a focus. Because the alpha feather doesn't cost any.
All right. Well, I do have a focus. So
I believe it's the pearl that you'd actually need.
yep, that's a goal, which I just bought.
yeah.
You're
Now
right on a
I'm-
port city. You can find that easy enough.
And now I'm down to 13 gold again.
I don't know. Did you pay me to add anything to the dessert menu?
No, you got a.
No, you got to started working on it when
Oh,
Terry did.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a room. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got room board, and none of you guys paid for any of your food.
That's
And yep, and I mean, really, Billy Bonka is like kind of above just cooking for the joy of cooking. He's more of the inventor
Also,
type.
I knew for a fact that if I put all the desserts out there, he would fix the menu, which is why I did it.
Yeah.
Get manipulated.
I got an idea.
No, the menu doesn't have it doesn't have like pick and choose things this course, like this is the 3-course, this is a 3-course, these are what you get to pick from. But what if I want to mix them? They don't go together. You will like it more this way.
But I have a
You're-
food allergy.
I don't care how severe your peanut allergy is.
There's subtractions. There is no substitutions.
Don't care. Here's peanut allergy.
Everything has peanuts on it. The weak die.
Slam and Salmon is one of the greatest movies ever made.
It really is.
I'm still messing around with the different sauce temperatures to make the food transform into different things.
Like I said, you're more of an inventor.
But yeah, so you make your way towards the palace. All 6.
Yep.
Pale and hearty.
All 6 of us.
That could be trouble. I have foreseen a situation but that would be metagaming.
You've foreseen what situation? So, but yeah, Yertle is sort of waiting outside of the front gate, sort of off to the side, sort of waiting as he kind of approaches the stairs.
As we were all in the building that he was in anyways.
Yeah. Well, he left quite early in the morning because he had to go set things up.
Oh, Yertle. By the time we're done, there's gonna be this this like long roasted lamb that's gonna be ready. It's gonna be so good.
It's only 15 gold a portion.
Very reasonable.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, Terry will like put his arm over Yertle and be like, "All right, so let's get this done."
He kind of takes your arm. Look, professional as we approach. Of course, appearance is important. He kind of
As
straightens up to march.
old manning my way across.
Well, in that case,
The
Terry will.
guards just kind of pull open gate, and you do end up with a group of like 4 that kind of flank and follow you in. As otherwise, he leads you up, going.
Terry presentation himself's nice. Smells all like rosy.
When you straight up to the main audience chamber, which is very different than King Reese. This is not a big gathering room where a bunch of nobles are all in there. It is a much smaller, closed, encounter. Just as opulent, certainly, but
more intimate.
Yeah, much more intimate, much more, just a small group of people and little rooms offside. You'd imagine if there's some sort of gathering or something, it's a separate room than the room where he's really sitting on a throne and reading over things. You do notice as you march into it that there is a balcony above the entrance for that, which sort of the gathering outside of the palace gates would, because of the city is largely a hill, would be visible for some distance. So there's clearly some other upper room for something like that as well. But it's just sort of this...
Do I know what it's for?
Yeah, I mean, it would be where you would give any proclamation or thing, like if people were to be gathered for that, where you can easily magnify your voice and speak out and can be seen from a great distance. So, yeah. But otherwise, yeah, so you have the king in there. At his side is his, what is his attendant, but as you know, his spy master. And there are 3 other guards in the room in addition to the 4 that came in with you, of which one of those guards is actually amongst the spies. So these are the ones that I was saying have just arrived. Would you be best to talk about your own? Say what you do. And he just kind of tiptoes off towards the side, basically split where the spy master is between him and the king, and just sort of turns around to just sort of leaving you in the center of this probably 15 by 15 foot square room. As the doors are kind of pulled in shut behind you by the last guards that just sort of flank out on that side, say out of your way, but just kind of there for you to say what you do.
As I'm covered in the cloak and all that, for the love of God,
yes,
I step forward and I turn back into the king that I was whilst hidden, and I say to the new king, "The throne looks good on you, boy." And I lift up and I pull my hood back.
A joke in poor taste.
Yeah. Make a luck check. No. Make a... It wouldn't be luck for you. It would be...
Let's start off on the right foot.
Persuasion?
Sure.
Terry's really beginning to regret not
31.
again with the first word.
Actually,
You
I'm
assess
gonna go ahead and use my own ability to give myself advantage. Nope, 31 is still higher.
You know him well enough not to probably keep it up for long. But for a moment, you can tell you've definitely gotten his attention. I think probably best not to stick with it.
Oh, I
From
was
knowing
actually
him.
going to unveil myself as his father.
Okay. Yeah, then yeah, I mean he kind of goes, he's basically in disbelief from it after a certain point. As a guise, he would accept it, but his father is passed, he knows.
I'd start with the way I used to tell stories to him as a child and go, "I have a tale to tell you, and maybe something that you will learn." And I speak of my death, leaving out all the doppelganger shit. And I speak of my death and the pain and my transition into a god.
You kind of glance.
And then I look at him, I say, you seem to have started your reign well.
I have.
You don't seem to believe me. Would you like to discuss? And I start bringing up embarrassing stories from his childhood.
No.
Terry
glancing
conjures
towards
like
the guy.
a staff. Conjures like a staff made of silver just to lean on.
Well, with your new power. There's definitely an inner conflict. Like, he is, like, torn apart within himself. I'm glad you're back.
I'm not back for this, though. You were raised well and trained properly. I have been a king. I am not going to try and be one again. Rule as you see fit. I trust you.
And you just see, like, this wave of relief come over him. Like you could tell, like, he was very much trying to feel, like, do I try to fight him on this? Do I... Things have transitioned. Do you have any idea of the work that we've gone through to do that? It's kind of like that mental, like... It's like, we've managed a successful transition, and now to...
Rather than toppling the transition...
I look at him and go, and I also will not be spreading who I am around to the rest of the world. I am the old man, but I will always be your father.
Thank you.
Oh.
And he kind of turns towards his attendant. If you can make sure that the others know that he always has a place here, if...
I just say, and you don't necessarily have to let your mother know if she's handling this better than I thought she would.
Unless you're planning to stay around, I don't think.
Oh, I'll be here and there, as they say, but if you ever need me, shoot up a prayer, and I'll find you. But no, I mostly will be staying out of sight. I'll make sure that our friends can find us if I have need to send word, or if you have need of me. Which is our way of saying the network.
Yeah. Likewise, my attendant here will make sure that everyone knows you're welcome if you choose to come to the palace.
Of course.
Which, the network within it is already...
Yeah, they're already well aware, which is why I gave him warning that this was happening, so he would not be... And I just kind of go and pull my hood back over my head and say, I just kind of go, if you want to talk later, I'll find my way to you. And I step back and I go, but the rest of my friends require some introduction. Gods they are, by the way. I can vouch for each of them in this room.
As he's kind of glancing between Yertle and his attendant. Yes, and what do the others...
Man, Yertle's got egg on his face.
Lean over to Terry.
I thought he was doing us a favor.
Lean over to Terry. I'm like, see, just let him do his work.
Terry hands you a mint wafer.
By the way, you might put some pieces together as the play depicted King Gazember, which is who he's just said to be, so...
Yeah, no wonder he had strong opinions.
Yeah, and that stops the problem. I was going to offer to summon the shade of the dude's dad, which does exist and isn't you.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. Oh god, that would have been really bad for me.
But now I won't offer it because his dad's here and not dead.
Especially since his father died to that damn stable boy.
What? I didn't raise you, I was long done.
So, who goes next?
I'll go. What the hell? God of Life here. 2 on the charisma or persuasion of who I am and what I do. But
I mean, I feel like all of them get a helping and explaining who they are in the persuasion because I keep vouch
Sort of.
for them.
Oh. He kind of stiffly looks over towards Yertle. A healing god. We may have need for you.
I preserve life. No one will drop around me.
And you, sir, gesturing towards Terry.
I'm Terry Misu. I'm the god of the forge and the furnace, and I fancy myself of luck and. Yes, so and I've been trying to keep in touch with Yertle, so I'm sure that he's mentioned me.
Yeah. Yes, you, I think you were the one that interrupted our conversation yesterday.
Oh!
It was fine. It was brief, but yes, he did mention you then. I've seen you. Gesturing towards Billy.
I am.
Terry will bow towards Billy, and the silver staff that he has will just turn into like chocolate butterflies that all just like fly and fall to the ground because really they don't have any animating force. They're just chocolate butterflies.
Yes, I'm the world famous chocolatier, Billy Bonka. Now, the god of imagination and magic.
Very nice. Definitely use some of that in our forces.
Oh yes. Imagination can help you do many things.
Asking magic.
Yes.
And you said?
I'm guessing he means me or Stan.
No,
Stan's already introduced himself.
You're
Oh yeah,
last.
got a feeling, yeah.
Come on,
I
Terry.
heard that.
Life, but yeah.
I'm Rolfur. I'm the god of remembering the past, the god of what comes after life. I got a lot of work out of me because currently the afterlife's in.
It's high on our list of priorities.
Yes.
And
I can remember things with
Any-
clarity, record them for
pat her on the
posterity,
back.
and summon the shades of the dead.
Yeah. And kind of turning towards the old man. And is she, as Alice just sort of tucked behind Terry at this point?
She is the goddess of light.
Kind of timidly stepping out,
Got this.
sort of bowing, using her starry form to just sort of form a constellation of a chalice.
Like
Your
most
Honor?
light, they prefer the spotlight to be on others.
And if you touch me, I'll kill you.
It escalated quickly.
She just kind of curtsies again and steps back. They covered
Like,
it.
oh, I don't think I told you my domains, did I, son?
No.
Trickery, spying, and theater.
And theater.
Theater?
One
Yeah,
of these is
totally
not like,
stealing it. It's the art of lying for fun.
one of these isn't like the other.
No, he made his thing like theater masks. Of course I put theaters all like a giant theater district in his city.
Oh.
Perfect. There's so many great actors around, I mean for one reason or another. Well, certainly great to have met you, and you're welcome to, of course, speak your words. If you buy land, feel free. Have temples built in the city.
We appreciate
And
that.
kind of just sort of gestures, and one of the guards comes up and taps Stan on the shoulder. Perhaps before you leave, we do have a couple sick among our staff, if you would...
Terrible case of syphilis. Complete outbreak.
Certainly.
John would know that that was the one guard that is amongst the
network.
Yeah, the network. But yeah, he'll... That's like... and let us know if you need anything when you're done with that, or do any of you need anything before heading out?
Actually, I think I'll just talk to one of your stewards. I think I will set up a temple.
Certainly.
Don't worry, out of my own funds. As I said, the king did die.
Well, if you need anything to help move forward, we definitely want your blessing in this city.
Like, of course. Can I borrow your attendant to help me through it?
When he says that, cast blessing.
He kind of gives you a
As you
grin.
know, I've never been the
Yeah.
best. I've never been the best at paperwork,
Absolutely.
and I wander off with him.
And do make sure to stop by. Otherwise, yeah, the guard will take Stan off to. It probably would actually be out and towards one of the other buildings on the within the courtyard where the guardhouse is. But yeah, if you're willing to go, he'll lead you that way. The king is sort of up for if any of you. Alice kind of very good. Did any of you need anything of him?
Well, we got permission to have go at the town.
Before we leave, I do have a small parting gift. Jerry goes and finishes the creation spell he's been working on while people have been talking, in order to create a long table full of baked pastries, baked goods, roasts, and just all kinds of food and things
A
like
full feast for the king's lunch.
He put his lunch out. What are you guys having?
and I'll roll for cooking because creation does require
What was that? Yo, what?
I'll roll for cooking since creation requires you to roll for complex things.
What?
Am I muted?
No.
No, you keep saying his name though.
Who?
Rolfur.
Rolfur.
You keep saying Rolfur, which is Austin's name because he's obnoxious.
Gotta enunciate. Roll 4.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Okay.
The greatest thing is the point where you're like, if I'm you. That was so good. That was so good.
Well then.
Well, your cat's
That's
respecting your boundaries and staying off the keyboard.
That's a 28, but which is almost a max roll. Thank you very much.
Good, yeah, no. He seems appreciative of the thing. He seems a little awkward out by the feast in this room. But yeah, it's like,
Whatever. It's all like
Yep.
basic stuff, so it'll last a few hours. So it's not like it's gonna.
yeah. But thank you very much. Creation.
Says yes, and of the highest quality for you, my king.
Wonderful. We'll just kind of, and so much. You kind of turn towards the guards. If you'll see them out, you certainly come back and join for this.
One of the guards that as we're walking out ask, the demonstration there is not simply like, well, my preference is for delectables. My abilities can be also useful for your efforts with appropriate compensation. Unless there's, but if and it's like unless there is some kind of church and state deal, but until appropriate compensation would be required.
Are you basically saying we can make weapons and armor too?
Yep.
Okay.
And I do say that I can do magical weapons and armor.
Well,
we just got a
probably
big
wouldn't
sales
get to
pitch
me,
for people.
but King does have a group of elite guard that. I'll pass that along as they go. Oh.
Yeah. As far as anything that he can do for us, I ask if they'd be able to just set up some meetings.
I'm already talking to the attendant.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, if they're...
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't know what he's talking about, so you say meetings, who would you want to meet with?
Just people of influence and power. I'd say I would think that either if you have any colleges that are based here, I'd probably get along with them, but I'd be willing to meet with any arcanists or other people who are social well-to-dos, merchants.
I mean, we've certainly people amongst the town, and there are certainly other nobles in other towns and cities within the domain where they keep things in order. I don't know of a specific timing to set up anything with anyone I've direct communication with, but well, I suppose send letter my way. If you have any difficulties with arranging such meetings,
Okay.
the old man, was it, knows how to pass a message along if it's needed.
Yeah, that's fine. I can leave messages for him in case we need to pass info.
Sort of kind of offers the, I'm not really sure what you're wanting me to set up, but if you need me to, yeah, let me know when and what.
Okay.
Otherwise, the rest of you have the rest of the afternoon out. John, you're back with the Spy Master.
Yeah, I do actually set up. I kind of go. Do you have a list on places where a temple could be built?
I mean, there are.
I would like it closer to the theater district. Got any ideas?
Certainly grounds. There are certainly cheaper theaters that could be bought out to actually put it within it. Really, any section of building that's bought as a whole can be demolished and rebuilt. That darn cat, eh?
Voodoo. No, cat, no!
I think I'm back. Am I
Did you
back?
hear what I was saying?
Oh, and cat closed the laptop.
Anyways, so yeah, no, he
Yes.
basically says, yeah, any old theater could be bought out, or you can buy land and demolish it to have a temple built up. That really comes down to the funding.
Well, I was kind of asking, like, anything he's already got tunnels hooked up to that is currently defunct that we could put back into order.
Any construction project that would be, if you want a temple that looks like a temple, which if you don't, then basically your tavern services it. But if you want a temple that looks like a temple, then it would have to be constructed. There are not standing temples. There haven't been gods.
Oh, I am kind of
Okay.
us not needing them.
Okay.
So any construction project like that would be easy enough for them to punch a hole down to or more likely, leave the spot 4 and just navigate it to it Undercity and have them, once the building's on top, cut their way up into where it goes. They're more than capable of doing that with the construction project.
I'm like, okay, and then I give him like the information on my compatriots that he's probably gonna want and need for advising the king and like stuff of that nature. And then I'm like, all right. Anyways, this was fun.
And so, like, what information? I mean, because I know you've gotten more information since you spoke to him, even just yesterday. What do you?
Oh, I'll also let him know that I'm looking for the God of Order.
Yeah, you did tell him that just because you don't like order.
Because he's a threat to me.
He inquires, how so?
He has. If I don't get him before he gains too much power, he'll be able to strip me of mine and destroy me. He is a threat. And subsume my divine portfolio as his own. So I should do it to him first.
A lot of assumptions there.
So if you do that to him, you'd have the power to keep things going?
I'd have his power and mine.
Give me a few moments as he just sort of stands up and starts pacing back and forth into the chair. Not really going anywhere, just ask for time as he's pacing.
Yeah, he's thinking. I've seen this before.
Yep. City group, where do you generally head?
I don't have anything really to do, so unless you guys say something, I think I'm gonna go and find a magic shop and just offer
laptops.
and just offer to finish a work order for them.
I'm going to go to the Farseeker Inn and try to talk to Nim.
You've also announced that. Can I join you? Seems interesting.
You're not city group. You were being let off to help heal someone.
I thought you didn't think
You're
it'd
not
take that long.
there. You're in the barracks healing guards.
Yeah.
Takes like 20 minutes.
I guess I'll go with Rolfur and see if I can talk with Ilga.
Unless the Queen Mother isn't doing well. Or one of the many, many princelings. Because apparently when you kill someone's entire family, they decide to make a huge one to compensate.
Makes sense.
Get her back. I had to take her to the cat.
Yeah. So yeah, you arrive. Sarah, you're gonna have trouble even finding like an actual magic shop with an order. That's not commonplace.
No, I mean, I figured that there would be one or two in a giant city like this.
Yeah. So you can, it makes logical sense. You can look around. Nothing that is therefore easily affordable or on like the main strips of shops.
Oh no, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm going, like, I want to go and offer to fulfill a work order for them in return for their worship.
Yeah, I know what you're looking for, but finding it is not easy. It's not the kind of thing that the common man knows. Oh yeah, that's over. There's some level of subtlety to whatever magic shop might be here.
I see. So magic items are like, are they?
There are a few shops that they know
forbidden,
that trade in them. But as far as one that is actually enchanting them, that definitely has subtlety. That also definitely has precision. There's you know that a lot can go wrong. For example, being the neighbor of a magic item shop is a dangerous proposition.
Okay.
So, they're not necessarily
outside of town where they're made. And
well, would you like me to roll investigation?
You're working on that. Takes time.
Ow. You're a jerk. Ow, stop.
Back.
Does it take time? Aren't they just lucky enough to find it?
No. Back at the tavern, Do you send a note up to their room? Or do you just go knock on the door?
Sure, I'm gonna go and have somebody from the staff go ahead and send them a message that we want to get in touch with them.
I send a ghost through the door to open it from the other side.
I mean, I could just start selling it. Hey, man, you want to be around and not in the river for 2 hours? You got to give me at least these things to do, and then I'll let you stay out.
But
Don't make me summon ghosts. I can summon ghosts.
Are you being evil?
I could be. I could summon nothing but really perverted ghosts and threaten you with them.
They're totally gonna bog up your bathroom. Isn't that annoying?
but yeah, so, and you guys just wait down in the
the food area.
Yeah.
The sitting room.
Nim, you Rolfur, you notice Nim standing at just the top of the stairs for a few moments.
Wave her down?
Yeah. They shake their head and sit down at the table. Alice is with Terry today.
Okay.
So it's just the two of you there. You needed to speak with me?
Not needed to, just wanted to. See if you've made any progress on the afterlife problem.
More of a solution?
What'd you come up with? We haven't been able to figure out anything.
It's the final solution, isn't it?
It's not what he means.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't follow.
Stab!
Once they go to the afterlife, it's done.
Yes. That's the problem. Is once they're there, they're in a river of suffering. And you think that's okay?
We'll see what we can do when our powers grow. Perhaps we can eventually use them for some greater purpose, but as of this point, that puts them out of the way.
This guy's gotta die. He's gotta die like yesterday.
This is why I wanted to go there.
And it's like, well, I came at that from a different angle. I was thinking that since the river is kind of a place of suffering and torment, we should be dedicating our efforts to making it not a space of suffering and torment.
What do you think that you're going to cleanse everything of life? I don't get it.
Not all at once, no.
Hmm.
I do think it is the eventual inevitability.
I mean, that's objectively true.
And I believe I am now granted with the ability to be quite patient.
Okay, so you're okay with the fact that eventually people will die, not the fact that they should be dying like now.
Certainly not all of them, no.
Okay.
Some.
Like who? Anybody in particular?
No.
Like daywalkers? Thieves?
I've no personal grudge at this point. The simplest case is, of course, those who've done foul crimes or caused serious issues. Of course, I believe our mutual friend Yertle arranges quite well those in opposition to either side of the battlefield would, of course, meet death quickly and in great number. But that's the beauty of war, is it not? Well, he'll do my work for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that an advantage of war. having fought in a few in my day. Not exactly great time.
No, but as miserable as they are fighting it, it will end. Like you said. In a river.
Is he wearing metal armor?
No.
I don't think Nip wears armor.
No, they are just sort of in black, sort of a black, flat cloak, tight to the body.
Well, I would like to eventually set it up so we get people out of that river and into something more semi-permanent.
If the opportunity presents itself, I'm not against some other form of afterlife. I'm not against that, of course. That's still them not here. I don't much care for the idea of bringing them back here.
I mean, not like that sense. I figure there's probably some process by which new souls get.
No idea.
But no, I'm not talking about resurrections.
But, do you need anything else?
No, I just wanted to make sure we're all on the see if you made progress. I think we can all work together. Some people seem to be of the opinion that we're going to be to fight one another, but I don't think that's a.
I've seen no reason to try and fight you at this point. You're doing fine.
Exactly. We can all work out.
That doesn't say I want to work alongside you.
I mean, you don't have to be alongside me as long as the goals are mostly on the same page.
We'll see. And did you need anything? Towards Billy?
I was looking to speak with Ilga, not Nim.
Oh, I believe she is off at her library.
Oh, okay.
And half standing up when you say and turns back.
So what have you been working on?
Oh.
No.
I've been making like-minded friends. I don't think you'd get along with them.
Well, I imagine that they don't work on the finer things of life.
No. And makes their way back up the stairs.
Good speaking with him.
And you, Rolfur.
Take care.
It may not be exactly the same, but I think we can work. We're just looking at Terry here, Billy here. I think we can work this out.
So Stan, you are brought through a barracks of people to a back room, where there is a guy laying on a bed, unconscious, with like a knife just stabbed into his stomach.
Not an expert, but I think the knife might be a problem.
Well, I guess it's good you kept it in, but let's just fix that issue.
Okay.
It's only been there for a few days.
Pull it out. But, I'm no actual medical expert, so, just morning.
Yep. The body does not move.
Oh, was he alive or dead when I walked in?
He was unconscious at the very least.
Okay. I tell the guard, I try the revivify real quick. Anything?
Doesn't seem to work.
Okay, this is a bigger thing I need. Can someone provide me with a diamond worth at least 500 gold?
Oh, is
The
he
magic
dead?
doesn't seem to work.
What?
The magic doesn't seem to work. As you are
Anti-magic
pushed
poison.
by your back down towards the body and your arm is grabbed and you are manacled.
I am?
Yes, by the guards, as another 4 or 5 from the barracks you just walked through are coming in.
Uh-oh. Just...
They start taking your bag, weapons, possessions from you and handing them back to be passed out of the room. You are gagged. And they basically tie your arms up to a bar at the center of the room and close the bars on this cell at the back of the barracks.
now.
Meanwhile,
Getting arrested is-
John, at a certain point, your attendant pauses. So if you're worried about order taking over power, what's Yertle worried about with Stan?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's probably gonna try and eat him and steal his power.
But it works either way.
I mean, it can if he is more powerful than Stan, but I don't think he is.
The power seems to be in followers, and we have enough of a standing army that he's been able to address a great many of.
Ah, yeah, that'd probably be bad for him.
Because he's just been sent to the jeweled cell, which you know to be the wizard's cell. Magic doesn't work in the wizard's cell.
Well,
Neat.
Could we reverse it?
given the choice, I'd rather have Stan than Yertle. I don't think Yertle can fully be trusted. However,
But could we
if,
reverse it? Do you think
What?
if we reversed it, could Stan...
Oh yeah, Stan could absolutely be a force for war. I think Stan would do better.
How well
at
would he...
doing
He kind of just
both
sits
war
down,
and-
like, basically, like, kneeling down, like, on the chair next to you, like getting real close. Do you think he could masquerade enough things if I... And just shifts into the guise of Yertle. Perhaps through communication he could run the powers. I could negotiate here with the king.
Well, if Stan ate Yertle, Yertle would no longer be anything.
If he's out of the way, who's to take his...
Yes, I know, but Yertle would no longer have the power.
Yeah, but then you'd still get
I
to
have
keep
no
the
way to
finger
take the
in
powers
spot.
from Yertle.
I kind of go, who's going to take over as spy master? Is your lieutenant ready? Is he one of ours? Referring to doppelgangers.
I have a few that I could select easily enough from that group of ours. I've been trying to think of a way
My
to
favorite
try and
thing
outdo
about
what you did,
is
and
just how clever you are. I think we could make this work. Yertle will have to probably leave the area for a bit. Because his entire group is here. We're gonna have to step fast to make this work. So Yertle will have to leave with his group and then disappear. From them
we can
after
try and
they've left,
negotiate
and
some
then
things.
come
It makes
back here.
sense for him to go with some of the outer armies. We could push for that as he kind of just sort of looks towards the door and just shifts back into himself in case. And
Yeah, let's make this work. So,
and it might
you want
make
me, you?
time if power is negotiated. So before that, we will also have to figure out a way to release Stan without it seeming like we've done it unintentionally to keep Yertle placated until the time
Or
comes.
we could just have Stan eat Yertle from the start
Turtles.
and renegotiate with Stan, because he'd probably lead to a longer lived standing army.
If it works that way, that would be wonderful. Obviously, the goal will to have them both be in the same place. If he's... Is it literally eating?
I'm actually not sure.
Okay, well, we'll have to figure
Stan,
that one
how
out.
is how is Stan's numbers? Like, do I have a sense of his power, or?
We're all above 100.
Yeah, you know he's to
I'm
that
still wondering
point.
how I got jumped without actually defending myself, or just like all this going down. But all right.
I mean,
Shoot,
you were in an
ow.
anti-magic field, and you were outnumbered 20 to 1.
Like
And
they just
definitely
came up-
not expecting it.
Yep, they just kind of came up and manhandled you in an anti-magic zone. It sucks.
Okay. I'm a
But
shitty god.
But I mean, fifth
Did
edition.
you see
Well,
that coming?
fifth edition. It doesn't matter if you're level 20. Like a few guys, low level, can still take you down.
Well, right when I'm in my little cell there, I start summoning my book.
Well, we'll find out next time if that even works here. Because I will say, join us next time to see how this all plays out.
Bum.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.